It's a coastal model and not an offshore one.
We have an APIP. So I came up with the idea I want to make a little video about the safety precautions we took on Michalina for our sailing. Now this is only a 4-person life raft, but we consider a life raft very important.
It's a coastal model and not an offshore one.
If we should run into something or have a major leak that we cannot fix or whatever, it's a nice backup to have, so you can jump into the life raft. What I did was I actually bought a used one, and it was 4 years old when I bought it, so I had it serviced last year. We do recommend though that you take one of these sea survival courses that tells you and teaches you how to react if you should end up in the water, if you have to take your life raft into action. It gives you a great comfort of knowing that you know how to react and what to do in case you should end up in the water when it's cold and high seas and high winds, and how to turn the life raft if it's upside down and stuff like that. I mean, all those things can happen. So we highly recommend one of these sea survival courses. I think it's also called some places offshore training. They call it sea safety. It has many names. But in our neck of the woods and in our line of work, they call it sea survival training. So AIS system. Now, before I give you a long explanation, the reason why I do it like this is because I'm not a very good photographer and a filmmaker. But I was trying on the boat to get a shot of what it would look like on the screen on the chart plotter. But I have these black bars running across, so I looked it up on YouTube actually, and figured out that's got something to do with the exchange rate between the camera and the screen. They don't fit together, so you'll get these bars, black bars running across all the time. So I skipped that. So the short explanation of the AIS is that automatic identification system is that we have all the data on our boat. That means what type of boat it is, the boat's name, the boat's MMSI number, our call sign, draft, and all the other data you could think about, like our speed over ground, our heading, all that. The other ships around us that has AIS can see that. We can see the same data on all the other ships around us that has AIS, which is absolutely brilliant. And it doesn't matter if it's daytime or nighttime, the AIS system runs on the VHF band. So it's actually running on just, we have it, a little box in the cabinet that is connected to our chart plotter. All that is connected to an antenna, and that's pretty much it. And it gets a GPS signal as well. So that was the AIS in short. I can only say that I recommend everybody to have an AIS on board their boat. Now that we have been talking about life rafts and GPS signals and AIS and all that, we have an APIP. Let's say that I am in trouble in the middle of the Baltic Sea or wherever I am, and something happens, we jump into our life rafts. It's really nice to be able to activate this one, and we chose one with GPS inside. It's really, really nice that the rescue people, they can come and find us within a few meters. For me, that gives me great comfort at sea. So now all that talk about safety, we have been looking at the APIP. We also have the handheld radio. Those two go hand in hand if we have to go into the life raft. I have to say that the electronics we have on board Michalina, that means our chart plotter, air peep, radios and all that. We didn't buy the most expensive stuff you can get on the market, but we did buy some stuff that is medium range or a little above that, so we are sure that it'll work in a situation where it's really needed. Other safety things we've been working on, we have been talking a lot about stuff. First aid kit or medicine chest. Now we went out and we bought what in Denmark is called a medicine chest C, and that is what the coastal fishermen are using. We are not going to cross any big oceans, so for us this is plenty. But for a reasonable small amount of money you can have a medicine chest that can help you until you get to a proper doctor. So that's one of the things that we invested in. Without overdoing it too much. We'll start with the one with the medicine in it. And we have a few things. There's, of course, painkillers. There's some for cleaning wounds. There is a little bit for burn wounds. We have something for bad stomach, seasickness, if you get a heart cramp, we also have for that in here. The second box is actually more or less normal first aid. And it has plasters, it has, even safety pins inside. It has bandages, gloves, it has, I don't know exactly what it's called, but one of these tubes so you can make clear airways if somebody is choking. A scissor and a pincet so you can take out splinters and stuff like that. But it has all the normal stuff that a first aid kit has. I have been talking a lot with the doctor and the pharmacy, and we came up with this solution. This is what we need. There is in the standard box, there is actually also something for pregnant women, but what we chose to take that out. We are not pregnant. So to go down to absolutely basics. Boink. Kasia and I, we have life jackets, and we use inflatable ones that we just bought. Inflatable ones with integrated harness. And the reason for that is the integrated harness is that we have the possibility of using our safety line. That's one thing. Under that, the foul weather gear, because if you are nice and warm and comfortable, that gives you the that extra you need in a situation where, let's put it like, when you are in a sticky situation where it can turn out to be something that is not too good. So, foul weather gear. For Kasia we have, she likes to have a divided set. That makes it a little easy for a woman when she needs to go to toilet, that you can divide it in the middle and stuff like that. For us men, it may be less important if we can just unzip, but that's another thing. I'm a little more old-fashioned, so I prefer to use a boiler suit style foul weather gear. In addition to all the safety that we have on board, we also have a pyro set, flares. And Kasia and I, we bought a set in a container like this. The reason for that is it's easy to take along if we need to go into the life raft, and it's sealed with a few flares in it. For our sailing, I don't think we need a lot, so that will do for us. And of course, we need to keep an eye on the flares and if they're in date and all that. But they are in date. And Then we have a fire blanket. In case we have, let's say, a kitchen fire or whatever, some oil, we can use a fire blanket to put over it instead of having all that, you know, that powder from the extinguishers all over. And yeah, now Kasia is doing a lot of stuff here, and then last year we bought 2 new fire extinguishers. We have one here and we have one in the forward cabin. And I think that'll do. What do you think, Kohan? Yeah, that will do?
It should.
It should do, yeah. I really hope you enjoyed it and it could be useful for somebody. I think that was enough of the safety speech. I'll leave you guys in peace and catch you later, guys. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up and share the video. It's really much appreciated. Until next time, see you then. Bye bye.